Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farms. You join me in March. So I've got a worker cutting the field to our right now. He is gonna cut the grass for me because we do need to make some more hay now. So the cows have eaten all of the hay, so we've got none left. We've also got a worker. He is spreading lime up in our fields to bring them up to the best possible condition, and we're heading down to start drilling for next year. So we're coming down here first, and I'm going to have a look, see what crops we can get in. Now it is March, not April, so I don't know particularly if there's much we can plant in March, and this might not be the field for it. So let's have a quick look together. So we can do corn, grapes, linseed, oats, olives, onions, peas, popular, potatoes, spinach, sugar beet, sugar cane, sunflowers. So I was rather hoping to do a big field of sorghum and a big field of soybeans. So what have we got to harvest? Let's have a look. So yeah, we've got 33, which is going to be a soybean field, and then this might be a sorghum field. So I might do field 11 as sunflowers and really rake the money in. So we've also got corn in storage. As you can see, June is the best price. We'll be getting that sold then. Our soybeans are also in June, so they will be sold then. And then we've got wheat, what we are trickling feeding our chicken. So yeah, I am going to plant this as sunflowers, and it's pretty much the only bit of planting we're going to be doing in March, but it'll be nice to have a big field, and hopefully we can get a bigger corn header. So we're going to set off doing this. So I've got the workers doing the other bits for us. So one's cutting the grass, then we'll get him to tether it, and then we'll get him to windrow it. We've got one doing lime spreading to bring the pH up on the field, and we're going to crack on and get this sunflower field drilled. And then obviously we won't be doing any more drilling until next month, where we'll put the soybeans in and the sorghum. But in the meantime, if we've got enough produce to sell, I will be selling some produce and trying to buy one of them bigger fields. So it's looking like we're going to have to spend £500,000 to get a decent sized big field. But if we've got to, we've got to. Well, to be fair, it would be nice to have a massive field. And with that, we'll plant something like sunflowers or canola. And then we're going to get probably an oil mill or whatever works for the particular crop we put in there, and we're going to start turning it into something, just so it keeps us busy in the winter months, so we're not always fast forwarding through as quickly. So we could actually build a oil mill now and put the sunflowers straight into it, but I feel like we just need that one more field, and then we can concentrate all our efforts into getting productions and making the most money we can, so we can buy bigger tractors. So I am going to just set to now. Hopefully it won't take too long, but I'm going to get this field drilled with sunflowers, and then we'll have to do the baling for the hay, because we desperately need that for the cows. I also do realise we have got some manure and slurry, so I might even run one of the tractors up to the other two fields and start pairing them with it, so that we're not using so much liquid fertilizer. Right, I'll get cracked on and I'll see you guys shortly. Right, so we've got the sunflowers drilled, so we can go take the drill over to the next field, get it dropped off, and then we can come back with the rollers and get it rolled. So we've got to set the worker to Ted now, because he's just finished doing the grass cutting, so that's perfect. So that means we are getting closer to getting some more food for our cows. So we'll get him tedding, and then we can get him rowing afterwards, and then we can follow baling. But we're going to get that field rolled for now, and then we'll set the fiat worker on spreading some lime afterwards and make sure that pH in the field is absolutely bob on. So we're just going to run this over to the two littler fields, so it's ready for April, where we're going to put sorghum in and soybeans. And then hopefully if we get another field, that is where we're either going to do some more root crops and put them into a tinning factory, or, you know, something like, so if we did onions, we'd make onion soup or onions salt, that sort of thing. That's what I'm planning anyway. Or, because the soybeans we can sell for profit, sorghum we'll use for feed. Or we've also got some wheat. So if we got too much, my other plan is to buy a old wieldy mill and get it on a bit of land, so we can make flour, turn it into some bread. So we'll leave that there. We do need to now swap over the Renault's cutter for its tedding deck. Get all that tethered, get it all windrowed, and then we can get it into the cows. And the sheep might need some, but I don't think they're getting through it as much. So I have been checking, and the spinnery we've put in is very, very, very slow. We haven't even had the first pallet of fabric out of it yet, and obviously next month is the best selling month. So it's a bit of a shame really, that, because I was hoping I knew it was going to be slow, but I was hoping it was going to produce pallets just a little bit faster. So we might have to have a look into a faster spinnery, but we'll consider that when we've got some money, because at the moment, like I say, field's a priority. Get a field, and then we're going to get a load of productions bought, and we're going to start doing some big productions ready to make some mega money. Right, so it looks like this is just turned, so we'll just drag it around. It's not a heavy old thing, this isn't. Get it lined up, and we'll use the Renault grass tractor. So we're sort of, the two Renaults now sort of live on this farm, and they look after the grassland and they do the baling for me. So if I've got any baling, I always use the littler Renault. It seems to run the baler absolutely perfect, and this one tends to do all of the mowing, windrowing and all of that sort of thing. So that's them two set up. So we do need to jump into the Fiat. There's the Fiat. So we're going to take the lime spreader over to the farm, but we're going to put the rollers on the back of the Fiat to start with. I'll get it rolled, and then I'll set a worker doing some lime while we go off, sell eggs, sell lettuces, sell mushrooms, and we'll see what it takes us up to. So we're on the way to the sell point. We've got 3,000 litres of mushrooms, 2 different types. We've got 16 pallets of lettuce, 16,000 litres, and we've got 15 and a bit pallets of eggs. So we're going to get these sold, and hopefully that'll take us over a grand total where we can get another field. So we'll soon find out. I reckon there's a good £50,000 on board. I'm hoping so anyway. So hopefully it'll put us in the region of where we need to be. We have got a few more pallets. So there we go. So that has took us up to £507,000. So that is possibly enough. And if we haven't got enough, we can wait until next month and sell some of the wool. I think April is the best time for wool. Yeah, so April is the best time. So we could sell some in April if we had to. But let's have a look anyway, see what we're dealing with. So there's field 10 here. 536,000. There's field 5. 537,000. So that's 5. So that's a much better deal. Virtually just a grand more. And it's a bigger field. So that one might be on the hit list. We just need another £30,000. That one's 1.2, so that's well out of price range. 1.4, 16563. Yes, I think it's going to be field 5. We just need about another 30 grand more. So we have got the milk to sell. Do need to check what's the best time to sell milk, because let's go and have a look. So I always forget. I can never remember when milk's best. So we've got. It's not actually bad now. So yeah, we could go pick the tanker up, and get the milk sold. So we'll do that, and then we should be able to buy a really big field. Right, so here we are with our milk. So let's get it sold, and let's see if we've got enough. It will leave us a bit brassic, but if eggs keep coming through today, we'll get them sold. And to be honest, next month we might sell some of the spare wool. So yeah, that is taking us up to £552,000. So let's get field 5 bought. I don't know what it's got in it. Have they planted grass in there? They have. So it is a big grass field. So we could... Is it ready to harvest? It's growing. We could leave it, do a big grass thing, but I don't know if it's something we want. So let's get it bought. 537,000. Oof. Purchase the soil information. And there we are. We have a 7.86 hectare field. So that is our biggest field to date. So what's this field over here? So this is 4. So this big field we bought last year is 4 hectares, and we've just bought one that's nearly 8. So yeah, shows you how big that field is going to be. So it's going to take a bit of working, but I'm ready for it. I think we're going to get in there, get it cultivated straight away. I'm not interested in the grass on it. I just don't think we need it. Our field is doing enough for our cows at the moment. And yeah, that'd be a lot of bales. I mean, it would be nice, but it'd take a lot of time as well with our cutting equipment. I think we're better off just getting it cultivated up, and we'll turn it into... I think we'll make that the soybean field. We'll do the sorghum in 33, the next biggest one, and then the 2 little ones we can then plant with parsnips or onions or whatever we want to do like that. I think that's the best way of doing it. So I could almost get that done now because we can plant that this month, but at the same time I'm going to need a big tractor to do that. Unless the Fiat becomes available, then we could use that. We will check the sale in a minute and just see if there's any big period correct tractors in there that we could buy and help us out with our endeavours, because we could do with a nice big tractor to go with our other big tractor really. Now we're getting bigger fields, so let's park that up. So yeah, let's just check on. So he is done, so we need to get the windrower out first as well. Is he done or has he not started? I don't think he's actually started. For some reason he's not working, so we'll have to just quickly run over this, get this turned over so it's ready. Hopefully he'll do the windrowing for us, but we'll soon see. And then we'll check on the Fiat. If Fiat's done, we'll get the Fiat on the cultivator, leave the case on the drill, and then we can get some root crops in. But if it's not, we'll just pinch the case and use that for now. But yeah, I'll quickly run over this field and we'll get it ready for the windrow. So I've just been looking at the field, it's massive, and then I've just seen that there is nearly a 10-metre cultivator for £10,000, and it's from the time period. I know it doesn't say it, but it's part of the pack for the old case tractors. So I'm pretty sure this is the right time period, so I think we're going to go for that. Well, it's a disc arrow opposed to a cultivator, but I think it's definitely worth getting. It's going to help us out. So yeah, this cultivator has been an absolute dream, but I think it's time to sell it now. Let's get something bigger and make this work a lot easier. We're going to run this to the store, I'll get it sold, and I'll pick up our new disc arrow, and then we can start turning up the field and getting it ready for the planting season. I've got him now working. As you can see, I think he's rowing it up, so we'll be ready to bale after we get done. So I'll probably start the cultivations. I'll do a couple of laps of the headlands and then start working in the field. If I'm needed to start baling, I'll get on to baling. And if not, I'll carry on with that cultivating, because that field comes all the way down here on our left-hand side still. And it's still coming, and it finishes just there. So it's a nice big field, and we're going to get quite a nice yield off it. Well, I'd say yield. We're going to get quite a nice volume off it, shall I say. But yeah, let's run to the store. Let's get this exchange for our new one. A case disc on the back of a case tractor. Should be good. So here we are. Here is our 10-metre disc working in the field, and it is going to make this field nice and easy for us. So we're going to disc this all up, and then we're going to do soybeans in here next month. But first we need to disc it up, get it lime spread, and get the field ready for that crop. So I'm going to quickly run around the headland a couple of times, and like I said, if the worker gets done windrow, and we'll put this on a worker. I'll quickly go bale that so we've got some hay for the cows. Keep them going because they're making us nice milk. And one day I would quite like to build a dairy so we can change that milk into bottled milk or cheese or butter or chocolate, something that's worth a bit more money. But for now, it's nice just to keep them fed, and selling their milk helps to buy these bigger fields. Right, I'm going to crack on and see how long this is going to take. Right, so here we are. The Renault has finished the rowing for me, so I'm going to go jump in the baler. I've just left the case now cultivating for me in the background. Once we've done the baling, we'll go back and take over again. But I just want to make sure I get this grass all in today so I can get the cows fed so that they don't run out of food overnight. Because I think they're getting fairly close again to running out. The case, the Fiat is still going, as you can see. The case is now doing his thing. Obviously the rain has set in, so those jewelries are going to come in massively handy. The Fiat, if I show you that, he's still working on the field. I do need to find a mod for a bigger roller, because I know that's, what's it, 2.5, it's 7.5 meters, but I think we could just do with something a little bit bigger now on the farm. We're going to jump in the baler. Soon going to need some more round net, so we might have to send the Defender to the store in a minute. Hopefully we've got enough, but I can't see it, so we'll probably have to run to the store in a minute and get some more netting, and then we will yeah, we'll get these bales done and we'll get them ready for our cows, and then hope we'll keep one back or maybe two back just for the sheep. Don't think they're overly eating. They've had a few bales. Yeah, they don't tend to eat too much, so they're not as bad as the cows. But now we put those extra cows in the cow pen, they are fairly hungry. So yeah, let me get this baled and then we'll move them into the cow pen. So we've just run out of netting, so we're going to have to nip to the store in the Defender and get another roll. So, balers, where are the balers? So we want a round baler net, 5 rolls. Ooh, have we got anything that's... No, I think we just put the film rating on. Yeah, we'll get that bought. It's 1,200 quid. We ain't got a lot of money at the moment, but we've got 1,200 quid. And The case, as you can see, is getting on with the job quite nicely now. It's not going to take too long, I don't think, to actually get that field done. So we'll jump in the defender. We'll run down to the store, get some baling net, and then we'll run back. Pop that over diesel. I would have thought we'd soon got rid of that diesel, but it seems to be filling everything up quite nicely. But yeah, we'll run up there, we'll get that. I think there's only about one more bale in that field anyway. And then that should hopefully feed our cows, and then say I'll keep one back for the sheep for the time being, but we can always do another cut very soon. To be fair, in about 2 months' time we could do another cut and make sure we've got plenty for them anyway. If I fertilise that grass field, it would yield a lot better. I think you get 6 off it if you fertilise it and 4 if you don't, so could just run the lime over it and a bit of liquid fertiliser and we could get a really good yield out of it. If I remember, I might just do it, and then at least next time we'll get the maximum amount of bales off it. But yeah, I'll head to the store, get some wrap, and we'll take it to the baler. So just chuck some fertiliser on that field, the grass field, just so next time it yields a bit better. I'll bring the lime spreader over after we're done with it on the other field. It's getting a bit muddy in the field. The old David Brown is struggling a bit. But yeah, so we just chuck some fertiliser on it just to make sure next time we get a few more bales. Because we only got 3 off it that time. I was quite surprised. Couldn't find enough bits and bobs to fill it up. The baler's nearly full, but weren't quite enough bits and bobs just to get it full. We're just going to go check on the Renault, see how he's getting on. Not the Renault, the Fiat. Because I was rather hoping he'd be done soon, because I could do with the bigger horsepower tractor. But yeah, he's not far away. Last strips. So the next job for me is I need to jump in the telehandler. I'm going to move 2 of those bales straight into this cow shed, and we'll get the cows fed up. I might put the 3rd one in there. Let's just check on the sheep. We need to run over there anyway and just move some of the produce out the triggers. So visit the sheep. So they have still got a bale, about half full. So they're not too desperate. I think next month we will be selling some of this because, so that spinnery is not very quick. And we're getting quite a bit of wool now. Be better if it just sped up a little bit, but we'll have a look and we might be able to get another spinnery. It's a shame there's not one on this map. What we could have leased for the time being and turned it all in. There you go, that's that trigger empty. I'm just going to move the eggs from the chickens as well because, yeah, I don't know what to do with the ground here. I can't seem to flatten it out enough to get it so it spawns 4 pallets. It'll only ever spawn 2. But yeah, the chickens are all happy. doing well. We'll soon start selling some of the older ones and bringing some fresh blood in. But yeah, let's go get the bales up. Let's get the cows fed. And then we'll take over from the case, disking that field. So we're going to see if the Fiat can pull this across the field. I'm hoping to put some peas in. I don't know if it's going to be able to. Let's lower it down. Ooh, she's spinning. She is spinning. She's pulling it at 5 miles an hour, but I ain't got a lot of steering control. I think it's too wet. The tyres are about knackered on the Fiat. And it's probably over horsepower for this. I'll give it a go though. I'll see how far I can get. And then hopefully the case tractor becomes available and we can jump on the case tractor. But yeah, I think we'll definitely be taking this into the... In fact, I think we've got a workshop in the yard. What's the tyre wear? The tyre wear's 100%. So yeah, let's just quickly run this over to our workshop in the yard. And see if we can get some new tyres on it. Because... it is not steering at all. It'd probably be about £1,000, but let's find out. Yeah, I did think it earlier because when I stopped after dropping the rollers off, the tractor did not stop, it carried on. So I thought the tyres were getting a bit low. And the wet weather doesn't help because it makes everything nice and slippery. Couldn't really be drilling in the rain, but it will pull it. Keeps moisture in the ground though. Ready for those sunny days. And we all know these days you've got to take every little bit of rain you can, because it doesn't come around when you want it and it's always there when you don't. But yeah, let's pull into our workshop and let's see how much a new set of tyres going to cost. So replacement tyres, 1,600 quid, and we might as well repair it so it's at full power. Don't think we need to repaint it, but yeah, leaves us with £6,000, but the old Fiat should be grippy now, and it should have full power because we've repaired the horsepower, so hopefully she'll pull that drill now, no problem. I can get the peas in the ground, because I'm thinking we do some pea soup. But we'll have to buy a production for that, so I'm not sure yet if we will have enough money to buy it, but obviously next month once we sell that wool we'll have quite a bit of money. Yeah, I'll get cracked on and hopefully we can get that field drilled. So you wouldn't believe it. Some new tyres and a bit of a service and the Fiat's pulling the drill. Absolutely no problem. So it just shows you what a new set of tyres and a properly serviced tractor does for your tractor. But yeah, let's get this drilled with some peas. And then we'll set a worker on rolling it. And then we'll probably end up lime spreading that new big field. And I reckon that's going to take loads of lime. But yeah, let's get cracked on and get this done. So there we have it. We've drilled these 2 fields with peas and they are all ready for us. So I think we're going to call it there today, guys. I've got the worker doing the lime spreading on the new field. The other worker is rolling the first pea field. So we've done loads today. We've spent a lot of money, but we are going to make some serious money come next harvest. So thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please give it a thumbs up. Any suggestions, please leave them below. And if you hit the subscribe button and ring that bell, you'll get a notification of the next video and when we start to drill the sorghum and the soybeans. I'll see you there.